Hello.
Hi.
Hello, goodbye, everybody. It was okay.
I don't know.
Brian.
Thank God you're the last one on the overlay.
I know.
Dear. We've just had some fun playing with cameras.
I don't even want to talk about it.
We just won't discuss it.
Fun, right? Isn't it?
Cameras don't work. Nothing works. Nothing is meant to work. There is no hope in the world. Give up. Well, you're behind. Join me.
Oh.
That's actually bleach in that.
It's cyanide.
Oh my God.
It's Gatorade Frost and cyanide mixed together.
Oh Lord.
Cuts down the acidity of the poison.
You're gonna get Kipling's channel banned.
You need your stomach to be nice and neutral.
Yeah, you have to take
You don't
milk
want
beforehand.
reflux whilst
Yeah.
you're killing yourself.
No, I don't want my last thing out of my mouth to be a burp, you know? Like an acidy burp. No thanks. I'd rather it be, join me! And I die.
Oh dear. So, how's everyone's weeks been?
I think that explains it right there.
Just about,
Covered
yeah.
all the bases.
Oh dear.
How's everyone's 2020 been, dude?
Like that, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't die and put Inspector out of work, Brian.
Listen, I'll put him
He
in my
relies
will.
on you.
Yeah, well, maybe he can do his job as an inspector and find himself a new streamer.
That is a solid joke.
Thank you.
Also,
Very
he
good.
mods for other streamers, but I'm just the best one that he mods for, so.
Yeah. I think so.
Dear, oh dear. So, who wants to take over the recap of last week?
You.
I don't.
You.
I think all of us have had camera issues.
You,
So it's
Kipling.
you this week.
You did this.
I've definitely done it 2 weeks in a row.
Sabotage.
So
We all just attack him for no reason.
We just refuse to play unless he gives the recap. But no.
I mean, yeah, you could do that. That is
And I
pretty
want
true.
double inspiration.
Yeah, I think we have inspiration for today, right?
Yeah. You think so.
I'm like the junior DM here, right? Yeah, we all get
See, your name's
inspiration.
Junior. That's why.
Junior.
I will give everyone an inspiration to ease the pain
Hell
of 2020 and these horrendous tech
I knew I could
issues.
just go.
Hell yeah.
Something
Hell
nice before all of your characters meet a tragic end.
We're gonna survive. The fact that we're
If this
still
is,
alive.
okay, listen, here's the thing. Last week, I had stomach flu, I think, and or food poisoning. I'm still not sure. Are we about to die or something? Is this
Junior
the last
almost
No,
died.
episode?
just me. I'm about to die.
I've got my feet up. I'm watching. I'm eating an apple or something.
Of course you are.
I'm just
You're
on the
gonna
other side of the
survive no
roof.
matter what.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dude.
wait, Noodle, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Why are we being just a throwback to last week? How are we being GM'd by a guy who doesn't know the difference between demons
Oh,
and
for
devils?
God's sake.
Oh god, you know what? I quit if that's the case.
I think,
wasn't
I think
here.
Noodle's taking over. Is what's happening.
It just
Noodles
becomes a
game
demon
now.
devil campaign. That's it.
It's just gonna be consistent into Avernus.
Yeah.
It's just the Blood War 2.
Mm.
The fishing.
The fishing. And that's what the
Second
Blood War 2 is
fall
called.
of
Just the fishing. Not like the sundering.
The
not-
fishing.
Not the shattering.
The Great Bass Championship.
The fishing. No. The fishing. There's nothing
fishing.
great about it.
Okay, the
No champions
mediocre.
it is. No, there's no descriptors to the fishing. It's just
The
It's just
fishing.
fish. It's just called fish.
Just fishing.
I've got the fish.
I got the fish, do you? Anyway, Kipling,
Dear, oh dear.
what happened for me and what happened for you guys last week is a very different scenario. So you should take it.
I don't actually think so.
Really?
I think it was very similar to Junior's
Did you guys all
Yeah, I
vomit
think
while shitting your
Junior's-
pants?
Junior did
You
do
got
that, yeah.
actual
Yeah.
stomach flu, and then Junior basically died of stomach flu in the game.
Oh,
And it
Lovely.
wasn't just, well, he died of stomach flu almost before he died of almost actually dying in a freezing cold river that he could barely hang on to this vine or some shit.
If Junior would have died because of cold water, I would have
Fuck you, man. He, had the most, he had the
Mafioso.
most skilled crossing the river ever.
You found my one weakness. Water that's not room temp.
I don't fucking like it.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
it's gonna be a day.
Oh dear. It's gonna be one of those sessions, isn't it?
Yeah. I literally cut to me 2 seconds before you switched over saying, can we just play Among Us or something? Not a good time.
Chat, tell Bree that she looks good.
Don't do that.
Make her
Does.
feel better.
She does.
I don't have
Tell her
chat
that she
up.
looks fine.
Tell me that I don't look, that I look like a human being. That's the
But you
bar.
don't look or you do look, because you said two very conflicting things.
You know, at this point, either way.
Oh, and see, Inspector says you look wonderful, and he's not biased.
Well, Inspector's
at all.
biased.
No, I just
I've never seen
not
Inspector compliment you before.
biased.
That's
That
true.
is true.
He's a
All
very
he does
honest
is harass
person.
you.
And he's like he is literally my cousin. I'm 90% sure we're actually related, which is really funny. And that's not a joke.
Nice.
We did or I had done the 23 the ancestry shit. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I found out about this." And he was like, "Wait." What? And I was like, "Yeah, and my family's from here." And he's like, "What?" And then it just kept getting worse and worse. And so now it's a running meme that he's my cousin. Anyway, we all died last week.
I fucking love just like there's always something that I can say. It's like, and then I choose not to see
Yeah.
how awkward you just
Yeah.
make that silence.
Yeah, I usually do. That's my.
It
That's it.
gets me every time.
Oh.
I
I
wish I,
love it
had
so
the
much.
Go XLR or a soundboard just to do the gunshot sound.
You go, Glenn Coco.
That's the one.
It's similar, I guess.
And-
It's similar to suicide.
And with that, last week we saw all of you venture along the river line up to the house belonging to Ojmir's old friend Hans, who he had somewhat lived with in Moonhaven and had lost touch with when Hans had left. You went there in your disguises, Junior, as I already completely voided Fenton. I've voided all of those sessions from my memory. And Fallon as Cornelius, there we go, as your fishing disguises to try and convince him to lend you a boat in exchange for completing a monster hunt for him. You came to learn after believing originally that it was just a fish thief he was looking to catch. You successfully, with Fallon's use of charm person, convinced him to not only give you his spare boat, but he also offered to let you keep it after paying the rest of the reward should you find this fish thief and
Was that
bring
like
it back
written?
to him. Yes, you
We have a written and signed contract.
written,
So
signed.
even when it wears off and he realizes that I'm a piece of shit,
He has no
it's
way
out
out of it.
illegally. It's our boat. It's ours. We broke no laws.
Yeah. And I told him it was legally binding both in the cities of
You did.
Ard and Ashdale.
We broke no laws.
I don't think signing under like emotional duress is a law back in these
No,
times.
no, it's
No.
not emotional duress. It's magical.
Yeah, manipulation.
Magical manipulation.
There's no clause about that.
Sign
I
it,
don't
buddy.
think.
It's our
I mean,
boat.
that shit just happens, right? So we're good.
It could happen to us, and it'd be fine. We'd kill
I think
them.
the condition
He
was
should
we
be
had to
happy we
bring
didn't
it
do
back
anything
alive
else.
or some shit.
Exactly. We had a plan where we would go and kill him for the boat, right? We were going to torture him until he gave us a boat if he
Sure.
didn't sign it
You know,
away. So
Honestly, he should feel honored that we're stealing his boat. We handpicked him over
We did.
everybody else.
we're friends with the devil.
That's true. I could just roll my d6 of devil summoning and be like, "Yo, what up? Kill this bitch. Here's my soul."
No, I want to do it. I want to.
Why do you like it?
We're not rolling that until it's perfect for a meme. That's what I've decided.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry, are you
somebody's
telling
like,
me how I need to use my d6 of
I'll
summoning?
give you that. Yes, be like, I'll give you that discount on that magical item when the devil walks through this door and says hello, and then we're like, boop.
All right, I'm with you.
I can't wait to
me.
see that day.
Yeah,
Jeremy
it's me,
Devil.
the devil.
Last name Devil, first name The.
We can't do it until then.
Oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, after you successfully managed to get yourself the location of Hans's boat was hidden in a cave a little ways up the river to save it from thieves and vandals that had been bugging him, thinking that he was crazy, talking about monsters in the river stealing all of his fish. You then traveled upstream, and with Bojmir teleporting across using, I believe it was Misty Step,
Yep.
and throwing across a rope made of vines, you traversed across, Sora going first, and with her experience in the wilderness, managing it quite well. Junior, unfortunately, was not so lucky. The piton that he'd used to tie the rope down on the near side of the bank fell out, causing Junior to slip into the water and get dragged with the strong current. Bojmir and Sora managed to pull him to shore into the cave, lit a small fire using some bits of ripped up paper from a book that Bojmir has had for some time now.
Yeah, a long ass time.
And after offering Junior a sip of his go-go juice, which was delicious, refreshing, and energizing for about 3.2 seconds before it hit Junior with the worst hangover in the world, leaving Fallon on his own, resting against a rock, we will start our session with the three of you in the cave with the boat.
I believe that we were, weren't we looping things around the rocks? That's where we left it off?
Yes, I think as we were finishing, you were starting to prepare to move the rocks
get the
out of the
boat,
entrance.
right.
Yeah. So we will start there.
All right, let's get these rocks out of the way and we will go get fancy pants.
I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, all right, just sleep it off. Go lay over there. So let's see if we can get these rocks out of this way.
Okay.
We'll start lifting with the throwing the small ones aside, rolling the big ones as much as we can,
Yeah.
clearing a path just big enough for the boat to get through.
Whoever of the two of you has the highest strength modifier, please roll me a strength check with advantage, because some of the rocks at this cave entrance are very, very large. They would take either one big, strong person or two moderately strong ones to move them out of the way. You'd also notice as well, as you're sort of moving some of the smaller rocks, the water from the river is sort of starting to come into the cave and pooling around where the boat is in the center.
It's gonna be you with the higher strength.
Okay. So I just roll with advantage because
Yes,
he's
because
helping.
it's the two of you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
On a 10, I think.
Oh, wait, that's a
It's
save.
doubles.
Does it matter?
It's doubles, so that means you get to re-roll.
Yeah, that's the rules.
Save means it would have been an 8 and not a 10.
Yeah, so it would have been a double
better.
eight.
You know.
I think just purely because a lot of these rocks are wet, they're mossy, slippy, and you're not completely dry from pulling yourself across. You're also both not really recovered from pulling Junior into the cave, so I think you struggle. You can do it, but it will take some time to do so, unless you were to get Thalen across to help you or wake up Junior?
You said that the water is starting to pool up a little bit. What kind of ground are we on right here? Is it sand? Is it rocks? What's the actual ground that we're standing on?
It's essentially like a muddy, rocky riverbed kind of thing.
How far is Thalen from us? Like, if I were to yell, would he hear us or no?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The river's only
Okay.
sort of 20 foot
some
across.
feet.
You
Yeah.
might have to shout a bit louder because the water itself is quite fast
Yeah,
running
I'm gonna
here.
try and. Does Junior look like he's in any shape at all?
He
Like, if
has-
I woke him up, would he even be helpful?
I mean, he was struggling with the river and pretty much almost collapsed immediately
Okay, I'm
after
gonna
you
yell
brought
for
him in.
Thalen. Thalen,
Yes?
we kind of need help over here.
The three of you can't lift a boat.
Well, the thing is, Junior, can you just come over?
What's wrong with Junior?
He's
not strong
dead.
enough. I
I keep looking at where the boat is. Is it also the same muddy area?
Yes, yeah. It's a very, very small cave. Think of it of less of a cave and more of like an alcove in the side of the cliff.
All right. And how big are the rocks in front of this boat?
I would say you would definitely need 2 people to lift it up. You can't get your arms around them. They're sort of like boulder size.
And how big is the boat?
It's pretty large. It's big enough
Okay.
for at least 4 to 5 people.
All right.
how wide is the river?
I have an idea. Maybe we
about
bring
20
the water
foot.
to the boat instead of bringing the boat to the water. Let's try digging this mud out here. It's a little bit easier to move the mud than it is this big heavy stone.
Okay.
And let me see what I got here. Hold on. I think I might have a shovel somewhere in my bag here. Let me see. I don't know if I do or not. I thought I had a shovel. Let me look. I do. I'm gonna pull my shovel out. I start
I
digging
don't
with my
have a
shovel.
shovel. I'll stand over
Okay.
you and watch, and then
We can take turns. Go ahead and rest up. I know you're pretty tired from the pulling Junior up on the shore. So
okay. Well, good luck with that. Dig well.
I'm basically going to use the flow of the water to kind of channel it into the area where the boat is to get some water. Maybe we can float the boat out of there instead of moving the rocks.
The rocks themselves are completely in front. Even if you manage to get the boat afloat, at river level, it would still collide with the rocks. You would either have
All right,
to.
What about digging underneath the rocks and having them sink into the mud further? Basically, digging underneath them and let them fall.
Yeah, that could work if you wanted to take the time to do so.
Yeah, why not? I mean, what else are we doing? We got to get him over there, and they're too tired to do anything. So
Well, whilst he's doing that, I am going to be pouring water over Junior's face with my mage hand.
So if you've gone over there.
No, I've got mage hand is 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I've
So
got my
you know
water
what?
skin. I'm just pouring it over his face for the last time that he decided to wake me up whilst he was drunk.
Hey. What I'm gonna do instead of digging that trench out, I'm just gonna send the rope back over and have him fasten it better. So I'm gonna gather the rope back up and go upstream a little bit in case it hits the water, and maybe it'll still go across, and rethrow the rope across.
Yeah, I won't make you roll for this. You've already made
Alright.
it before, so you do so. The stone sort of lands. Again, there's not that much slack in it, but
Right.
it gets there.
And I'm tying it off to one of those heavy rocks that we had before. It's basically the same way it was set up for Junior is how I'm doing it again for Thalen. Hey, Fancy Pants, do a better job of tying it down than Junior did. It's his own problem. He fell in the water.
You really need me over there.
Or you could stay over there and we just leave you.
Right, okay. Throw me the rope.
It's over.
Yeah, and I'll attempt to tie the rope down.
Well, the other option is you could wrap it around your waist and we pull you over. But you will be getting wet then.
I think I'll be getting wet either way. I'm not going to be tight for.
All right, well then wrap it around your waist.
Actually, maybe I will be tight roping. I'm quite fast on my feet.
Okay, so you're going to tightrope across. Please roll me an acrobatics check.
Can I use my inspiration to give it advantage, please, Kipling?
If that's what you want to use it on,
That's what I want to use it on.
go ahead.
That's definitely what I wanted to use it on.
Yeah, on that 16, you quite gracefully tightrope across.
Yes, I'm here. What's needed?
Let's get these rocks out of the way. Come on.
Yes,
Help
okay.
me out here. They're too tired.
Not particularly strong, but
I think you're strong enough. You handle the sword quite well.
that's more my fast.
Just
wrist.
try it and get your hands a little bit dirty, Fallon.
Yes, you see they're all tired. We're exhausted here. You twinkle-toed across. Let's go.
Yes, I twinkle-toed. I didn't brute force my way across. And you see, it's very different skills.
Are you rested or not? You see we are tired, so just do it. Just grab the rock. Come on, I'll
Junior's
be out
been.
here.
I'll grab it, but Junior's been asleep this whole time. I've been watching him.
I'm just gonna grab it while they're bitching at each other. I'm just gonna. Sora just stands up and huffs and tries to do it herself.
Were you trying to move the rock on your own, yeah?
Yeah.
No. You
Okay.
again, you get a grip around it. It's pretty much your hands go about halfway on one of the sort of bigger sized ones. You start
Okay.
trying to lift and it maybe slips slightly in the mud, but you don't quite manage to lift it up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to roll it more than lift. I feel like I wouldn't be able to lift any bigger ones.
Yeah, it does budge, and
Yeah.
as it does so, more of the water starts coming in.
Do you have a crowbar there, Fancy Pants?
Move. Let me help you. Hang on. First of all, Dallin, did I just hear you say you've been watching me this whole time?
Yes.
Which one of these motherfuckers poured water on my face?
Well, I think it
I
might have
have
happened when
more.
Boshmir was shoveling.
So you splashed water from the you son of a bitch.
You know what? I saved your life. I don't want to hear it.
I have the worst headache of my life right now. I don't give a fuck.
Yes, and you're also alive. At least you have a head to have a headache with. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
And I pull out my crowbar.
Let me show you how it's done here.
And for the visual, I'd like everyone to see a 3 foot tall, 75-pound halfling with a crowbar that's probably half his size trying to move a boulder.
Yep.
Also, I don't have a
strength.
crowbar anymore. We lost it in the caves, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes, we have Juniors left.
I'm gonna give Junior a hand with a crowbar.
Yeah, I was gonna give him advantage anyway because he's using the crowbar. Yeah, 14's enough. You manage to shift the boulder, not completely out of the way, but it is moved enough that the water from the river starts to rush in quite suddenly, and it starts to fill the cave around you.
All right, hop on. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in the boat.
Yeah, it would take sort of about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes at the speed it's going to fill up enough for the boat to start floating. And as it does so, you would see, getting inside, that there is 4 oars. To one side, there are 10 what appears to be planks of wood. And there is a mast with a sail attached. However, currently it is in a sort of down position. With there being a sort of cave to come out of, it has been folded down to prevent it from sort of hitting the roof.
Yeah.
And once it starts sort of floating, does anyone sort of stay to guide the boat outside?
Actually, I'm gonna, as best I can, grab the. I'm assuming there's a rudder of some sort to steer in the back.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that and kind of shake it and check it, make sure it's loose and not caught on anything. And at the same time, feeling around the boat to look for anything that might be leaking, since we're starting to get water below us. Doing a quick inspection.
Yeah. Roll me an investigation check. Yeah, you give the boat a sort of thorough once over, and it feels almost brand new. It is extremely well kept. There's no leaks. Feels like the rudder itself has been sort of checked over recently. Maybe someone's come in, moved it to stop it from stiffening up, and
the sail, the quality of the sail.
Yeah, you don't feel any tears, any rips,
Okay.
nothing.
All right, this might be pretty good. This feels like a nice sturdy boat.
All right, just tell me where to go.
For the record, Junior was the first person to jump in the boat and just grabbed hold of the wheel.
That's not gonna do you any good. Right now, we got the rudder to guide by there, buddy.
There's no wheel. Essentially, what this is, it's more of like an oversized rowing boat with a sail. So there's no wheel.
Right. We have to use the rudder to steer.
Junior is
All right, then I'm
holding
just
an
standing
imaginary
at
wheel.
the mast.
You're just holding the
I'm standing
mast.
at the mast, and at that point, then I'm standing there, but I've got one hand on my hip.
Ready to go.
I'll be outside guiding you through. Yes.
I'll be here, sitting.
Sitting.
I'll be sitting. If anyone needs me to do anything but sit, let me
my
know.
job.
Maybe grab the oars, and just in case we get too close to the sides of the cave, you can push us off. Since we're going real
Yeah.
slow, it'll be easy to push off.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll grab an oar, and if we need to adjust on the way out, I'll adjust.
Okay. So, as you guide the boat out of the cave, I am going to need to fill you in on a few little bits. The boat itself has a total of 10 HP. Should you have any catastrophic failures on some checks, it will lose 1 health. As the boat loses health, obviously, it will lose structural integrity, leak, and eventually sink. The planks, 10 of which in the boat, each heal the boat for 1 HP. So you can do repairs as you go along. There will be times, should you spring any major leaks, that someone will need to bail water. So you will have 1 less person to navigate, row, sail. And should the mast break at any point, it will take 3 planks to fix. And so, as you exit the cave and come into the fast flowing water, I will need a survival check from whoever is on the rudder, a strength check from someone who will be pushing on the sides of the cliff to the side of you that the cave was on, and the bank on the side that you had started from, just to prevent the boat from colliding too hard. And if anyone is navigating or on lookout, a perception check.
All right, so the boat, you're doing the steering thing, right?
Yes, I got it.
All right, okay.
I need you to look
Stand
out.
there.
What?
Keep an eye out for any rocks in the
That's
water. We need
fine,
to
I've
make
got
sure-
it.
All right.
Okay.
Then you can grab another oar and make sure the other side is fine in case until we get to the middle of the river. Once we get to the middle of the river, then it'll be all eyes forward to make sure nothing is in front of us, since we do not know these waters. Also, we need to keep eyes on the sides too for ambush archers, that type of thing that might be on the banks.
I mean, what do
And
you mean
maybe
we don't
this
know these?
green monster thing too.
Well, I mean, we got an idea of the waters, right? So we told me that we take this river down. It's gonna get to a lake, and there's gonna be an island on the one side. On the right side, we're gonna go to the right of that. We're gonna go down another river that leads to like a smaller lake, which is where the big green monster is. And then we just kind of keep following down. We'll go all the way to Ashdale.
All right. You lead the way then. You know the path.
I mean, Balin knows the path too. He was there.
Go right
as well.
and then go right, you said, right?
Right.
Right. All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
I'm just gonna grab an oar and begin to act like I'm paddling. I'm kind of paddling. It's more just the amusement for myself than me actually contributing anything.
Okay. And as you start your journey, Bojmir, you do a fantastic job of steering. You sort of follow the flow of the water. Sora doing a very, very good job of keeping the boat away from the edges. You would notice as you're going there is currently no wind, really, due to the cliff face to one side of you, so it's up to you whether or not you put the mast up. And Fallon, I don't know whether or not you're distracted or just aren't really looking in the right direction, but
I don't know what I'm looking for, quite frankly. I've
After-
never seen a boat before in my life.
after sort of 5-10 minutes going downstream, you pass Hans's place, and I will need Sora to roll me a dexterity saving throw, as a low-hanging branch swipes across the side
Okay.
of
There's a branch there.
the boat.
I'm off
Like I
the
just
boat.
smacks you in the head, and then I lean over the
Yeah.
boat. It's like,
Yeah.
there's a branch. Really, you should be more careful.
I'm drowning right now. I'd get knocked unconscious and then fall into the water with a nat one.
Yes, it would be a shame if it's cold water that's what killed you today, isn't it?
This is
And
ridiculous. All right, hold on. And I throw Boo Boo up in
Am
the
I
air and have
okay?
it-
What
have him looking
happens
around.
when this
Yeah,
happens?
what happened? Is she over?
when this happens, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and you drop your oar in the water.
Oh, fuck me. I'm just gonna go, oh,
How far up was she on the boat?
That is entirely up to you,
I
really.
just look over and see the oar floating away.
Can I do an acrobatics check to try to grab it, snatch it out of the water before we
If
get too far
you're
ahead?
no, if you're at the back of the boat on the rudder, she would have been in front of you. The oar itself, the water's pretty fast flowing, so it will have washed away pretty quick.
But it would be
Well, I
going in
just
front of us
watch
though,
it.
because we're going downstream. So the oar would have gone ahead. So technically, us and the oar at the same time would be going.
Really
The
trying
oar's
to
going
save this
a little bit quicker. You do
Okay, so
still
that's
have
Also-
3 oar
we can
remaining.
we can catch up to the oar then. Is what it
But
comes down to.
also, I have Mage Hand and would use it to just grab at the oar as fast
that's
as I
smart.
can.
Can Mage Hand carry the weight of an oar?
How much does an oar weigh? Kipling, tell
Fair
me the
bit.
exact weight of an oar.
17.35 pounds.
Fuck, because it can only, it's 17.2 pounds.
Oh, man.
Shit. It can't carry more than 10 pounds. How
So,
much is an oar weigh?
classic oars were made out of wood since the use of such synthetic materials first mass-produced in 1975. The weight of an oar has come down from 7 kilos to less than 2.5. I would say these ones would be closer to the 7 than the 2.5, just bearing in mind the sort of setting we're in. Can a Mage Hand carry 7 kilograms?
It can carry 5. You know, it's...
Sora just watches it. She just goes, oh, fuck. And then, like, realizes that it fell and just looks over and just watches it go. And then just fucking pulls her cloak up over her head and sits like this. She's just
This is
like,
okay. We have 3 more.
good morning for me. And I just put my
Pay
head-
closer attention there, Thalen. And I'm gonna
Yeah, Thalen,
throw
that's
throw
right.
Boo Boo up in the air and have
I'm not
him
the one
kind
that
of look
hit by a
ahead too.
stick.
Well, I wouldn't have if you had told me, but you know what? You're a stick. Your face is a stick. Ow.
Okay, go ahead and
boys,
roll me
man.
a perception check with Boobo's sheep if they're gonna keep a lookout for you.
Yeah.
I am
Who's
sorry.
me? I'm gonna tug on his cloak. We're gonna use the sail, right?
Very nice. On the
Good
19
old
there.
Boobo.
Hey, Bojmir. I'm tugging on your
Yes.
cloak.
What?
We're gonna use the sail, right?
Yes, but not yet. It is not. There's no wind here. I mean, all it's going to do is it cause drag. Right now, we are going with the tide. It's okay. If we were to put the sail up and the wind is blowing the other direction, well, then we're screwed.
So we're not putting it up right now, then.
Not yet. No.
When it
Plus, we don't want to go too fast right now either. So, as long as we are moving, no need for sail. When we stop moving, we
all
need
right,
sail.
so when it's time for the sail, can I pull the thing to open it?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
That'll be your job. No problem.
All right.
I'd like to put my hand on Sora's shoulder and say, "Don't go losing any more oars, please." As I cast Cure Wounds at level 1.
Very nice.
I'm sorry for getting you hit by a stick,
I just
but
give
I'm
you
not
the
going to
weirdest
apologize
look.
for it.
Yeah, no, I just give you the weirdest look. Like, are you okay? Are you feeling
What?
okay?
Yeah, I wasn't the one that just got hit by a branch. I'm
Okay.
perfectly fine.
Okay. No, it's just I expected you to like flick my head where I got hit or something or make fun of me.
Well, we're all at a loss considering the fact that you dropped the oar into the water. You know. It's,
Okay. Well, there it is. No, thank you. Thank you for solidifying the relationship I thought that we had.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's not really something to laugh at. It's quite serious, and I really wish you wouldn't do it again, please. Although you don't have an oar anymore to do it with, so
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't.
you don't. Because it washed away because you got hit by a stick, and
Yeah.
you really should have seen.
You could have used Mage Hand to get it, but you just chose not to. so that was a
Actually,
weird
Mage Hand
choice.
can only carry up to 5 kilograms of weight, whereas
Oh, did you weigh it?
that
Did you weigh
oar
the
is
oars?
7.5
Did you weigh the
kilograms.
oars? Did you
I
weigh
don't
the
need
oars?
to. I have. Do you
Oh,
see?
you have a magic weight vision.
I do actually.
Wow,
I do.
That's incredible talent. That's
Yes,
incredible.
it's something that you learn at school.
Yeah,
Do you know what a
is it
school
something
is?
you learn when you
Sora?
kill people?
Actually, a little bit, yes.
Maybe he should have
Weigh a
used
lot of
magic weight
oars in your
vision
day.
to move the branch out
It's
of the way.
possible, but it's not my job
Okay.
to make sure that she doesn't get hit by a branch.
It kind of is though, because you were the lookout. So I don't know what exactly your job is.
To look
If you
out
wanna
for
fill
more
me in.
important things
Oh,
than
more
branches. I
important.
assume that somebody can see a branch that's in front of their face. You know, it's like
Oh,
if somebody's
do you?
walking down a street, I don't say, "Look out!
Kipling?
There's a wall next
Kipling.
to you."
Kipling, is there a fucking branch? I swear to God, I will
Please.
waste my inspiration to try and find a branch for when he says somebody should be able to see it and not get hit. I just want to fucking like grab one and just fucking hit him in the face with it.
As they're
Please,
having
God.
this conversation, which you can clearly hear, Bojmir, you can
I
see
roll
up
for
ahead.
it?
You can see up ahead that there are more trees.
Oh my God, Kipling! No, he can't.
He's
He's using Boobo's eyes, so
I
he
got
can.
Boo-Boo.
Oh, that's true.
He's using Boobo's eyes.
Boo can.
Okay,
Boobo can see them for him.
So I'm gonna slowly kind of steer the rudder just a little bit, just to nudge it, just as they're talking, and I'm like, and I'm gonna kind of tug on Junior's robe a little bit as they're conversating, and I'm not gonna hit him hard, but I'm gonna make sure he feels it a little bit.
Okay. As he does this, then Fallon, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I'll do that. Yes.
I think as you're sort of turning away, you just see the branches of another tree come into your vision, and you just
See?
dodge out of the
Wasn't even
way.
looking
You
at it. But if you want, Sora, you can take my position as a lookout, and I'll take your position of Oh wait, you're not rowing anymore, are you?
No, my position now is a professional napper. I don't know if you've heard of it, but what I do is I nap while you do all
Are
the
you sure
work.
you don't want to, keep your eyes open in case more branches come out of nowhere?
You know what? Once you've had one branch, you kind of had them all.
That's fine by me. Right.
You know there are 3 more oars there.
Yes, who is using those?
There's 4 oars in the boat,
We do
and there's
2 each.
Yep.
Or
I know. I know.
no, 1 per side, so you
Sora,
can
you
still
lay
pick up
down,
another
I'll
oar.
take
I
care
just,
of
no, I
this.
just flip my hood up and I'm getting comfy and I'm just going, yeah, I know. No, I know how many oars there are. Yeah, I can count, I don't know if Fallon knows that about me, but I do have skills in counting. At least I can count up to
That is
10 because that's
impressive.
how many fingers I have, Fallon. That's what I can do.
That is impressive, actually, considering your upbringing.
Hey Sora, what is your favorite finger?
That's a weird question.
Make sure Talon knows which one it is.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah, oh dear.
Is it time for the sail yet?
Just holding onto the rope.
No, it is not time yet. We're still going downstream. Look, you feel the river below you, right? You feel that we're moving forward.
Well,
If we
how
stop
do we
moving
go
forward,
faster?
because look, we have not been in these waters before. We do not know what's ahead of us. If we go too fast, we will not be able to compensate, and then we will have no more boat, and then we'll be on foot. Have you sailed before?
Yes,
Oh, so then why are you asking this?
because I mean, when I sail, you use the sail. It's not called sailing if you don't open the sail.
You're right.
wanna
That
open
is
the
that is true. That is true. We're not sailing. We're boating.
Okay, well, boating fucking sucks.
Look, all right. When we get to this lake where it's a much bigger area, we'll pull the sail out then if there is enough wind for it. All right.
So then, how do I make us go faster for that?
You just wait. We're going. We're moving. I mean, if we were not moving, it would be a problem. But we're moving. All right. So wait till we get to the lake. I guarantee you, things will slow down when we get to a lake. Lakes don't form from fast water. It is slow water. That's why it stops and it builds there. Okay. So we get to the lake. We'll slow down. We put the sail up. We go faster. Okay.
If I row, will that help us go faster?
Do not lose one of our oars.
We got fucking 3 of them.
Yes. All right. Go ahead and grab one then.
I grab an oar and I'm just gonna start aggressively trying to move this boat along.
But while you're there, keep your eyes open because we know Fancy Pants is not doing such a good job.
I saw the branches that were going to hit me.
Yeah, you should probably say something like if there's a rock
swear
that's
to
going to hit us,
God,
you should
where-
probably say, "Hey, there is a rock about to hit us."
Where is he in relation to me, Kipling? Where is Fallon in relation to me? How close is he to me?
It would be pretty close. The boat itself, there is a seat at the back for the rudder person to sit at. There would then be a sort of bench kind of structure in the center next to where the sail is, and then another bench further forward where the rows are situated, where the oars are. So he'd pretty much be
Fallon?
sat next to you.
Fallon,
Yes.
is he sitting or standing? Are you sitting or standing?
I think sitting is easier.
I'm gonna just lean back towards you and just do that thing where I put my hand on your knee, but it's real fucking tight. Like not nice, you know? And I just go, if you keep bringing up the branch, we're going to fight again. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel like a fucking canoe is the best place for that. Okay, buddy? Okay?
Well, if I'm sorry to bring this up, but I did win last time. And this time you won't be able to run away.
What's the
and shoot
roll
me.
if you're doing an unarmed attack?
It's just, it'll be your strength score plus
Okay.
1. Right? Phil?
So 15?
Well, it's a d20 plus strength plus proficiency.
Oh,
'cause
wait.
She would be proficient with her fist. And then the damage is 1
Yeah.
plus your strength modifier.
Is there not just a I wish I just had a
Oh no, on the
thing that I-
button on Roll20. Yeah, I think you can add
Yeah.
I
one
mean, you could just make one,
Yeah, you
but
can.
yeah, it's d20 plus strength plus proficiency.
D20
Yeah.
plus 2. So
You can just take
16.
the 14 and then add
Yeah.
proficiency, so the 2, so it's just, 16.
That does not hit you because you're fucking insane.
No, it would be 18 because your proficiency bonus is 2
I don't think
and her
18
No, but the-
hits him.
modifier is 2.
His
But
AC
the
is
orig-
like 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not hitting his armor. She's hitting his face.
Yes, I thought you were going to crush my knee.
I really just wanted to elbow it, like to try and dead leg you, like the
Yes.
nerve right above your kneecap. That's what I'm trying to do.
Personally, I'm fine with forgoing the AC on that.
Just
because
letting
I'm
her do
not-
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's not exact. You don't have armored kneecaps.
I know
hopefully.
exactly. And I like my. So that I have 17 AC right now, but my shield is 2 of those, so I technically have 15 with other shield, and I'm not going to shield against my knee. And
We just start a fucking battle and then you pull out your shield and I pull out my bow.
yeah,
We just kill each other.
we
No,
should
I'm
have got
just
2
gonna-
boats.
Yeah, dude.
We had
should've
2
been
carriages, and it
separated.
was perfect.
It really was. Why did we not think about this?
God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and give you a dead leg. And then I'm just gonna put my hand on it where I touched it, where I elbowed it, and just go, keep it up, Fallon.
So it's 3.
We'll be on land soon
3.
enough.
Yeah.
Yes. Wasn't using it anyway.
Not all you're not using. I'm gonna turn back around and put my hood up.
Yes, I'm not using my sword.
That's what you call it. It's cute.
Yes, it is one.
It's better than a dagger, I guess. Is it two-handed or?
It can be 1 or 2-handed, depending.
Are you a great weapons master?
No, I'm not.
And
Finesse. I
while
feel like it's
this
finesse.
conversation is going on,
It just fades off as we go down the river.
Junior
Roll
is
your boat gently down the stream.
rowing the boat.
Merrily.
You notice after some time that your rowing isn't exactly doing too much. The speed at which the water is flowing and the speed at which the boat is flowing with it is pretty quick. You're almost just dipping the oar in and pulling it back out without putting any real strength or even needing to.
No, you're wrong. I might not actually be contributing something mechanically. I am making this boat go faster because I'm rowing. Because the faster this boat goes, it means that I get to open the sail. So Junior is fully convinced. He's just fucking rowing, making this boat move. So yes, maybe I'm not actually doing something, but I am doing something.
Okay, and this goes on for some time. When you had found the boat, it was approaching pretty close to midnight kind of time. By the time you got out of the cave, a little bit past that. At this point now, we are going to fast forward a little bit, and the faint light of dawn is slowly appearing on the horizon. As the water itself starts to slow slightly, the cliff on one side has dipped and becomes a gradual slope, and the area around you opens up to a sort of vast grassland with some trees on either side of you and quite a an expansive river in front. You can feel the wind start to pick up as the cliff drops and the boat speed starts to slow to a point where, Junior, you can now feel that your rowing is contributing to the speed.
Bojmir.
Yes, I know.
Shaking him.
It was slowing down.
Right. It's time. This is the first lake, yes, that we're coming upon.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be like this island in the middle of something. We gotta go right of it.
All right, let me see what Boobo sees here. And do I see this island that he's talking about?
You are not currently in the lake. You are just in a wider open, slower part of the river.
Part of the river?
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't quite it yet, but does anybody need to stop and take a break for anything? This might be a good spot to stop because the water is much slower here.
Wait, stop.
Hold on. Look.
I think the junior for everybody's sake needs to open the mast.
Do you need to tinkle? Is that what you're saying? You need to open the mast? Do you need to go tinkle with little halflings room over here? You pull over to the bank, you go pee.
I can just stand on the side of the boat and piss.
Well, maybe see it stretch a little bit, then get out of here, take a little break, maybe take a nap. How are you feeling? Are you tired?
No.
All right, if nobody wants to stop, we can keep going. I just was asking because this is the place to stop if we're going to stop. But if we're not going to stop, then let's keep going. All right, go ahead, Junior. Let's get this mast all the way assembled. Is the mast fully assembled, like the mast itself, or is it?
The mast itself is essentially on a hinge, so there would be somewhat of a bolt holding it down that you would undo, and then you would just lift the whole mast up as a whole.
All right, let's do this. Let's get this mast up. Junior, get that rope and start pulling as we are lifting this mast. We're gonna get
on the edge of the boat, and I grab the rope and I just jump and pull.
Okay.
I hope it's locked, and I don't care if it is.
No, as you are doing so, the mast unfurls, catches the wind, and you feel the boat surge forward slightly. It's not as fast as you were going on the water previously, with the speed of the river pushing you quite quickly forward. However, it is much quicker than what you had slowed down to.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
All right, Junior. Now this is what you do. You got to get the mast to get the most amount of wind. So feel where the wind is going and set everything up with the sail so the sail is catching the most wind. All right.
Wait, what do I gotta do? Say that again.
All right. You feel the wind on your face, correct? You feel the wind?
Yeah.
All right. You feel the direction the wind's coming from, correct?
Yeah.
Which way is it coming from? Behind us, in front of us? Where's the wind coming from?
I mean, that way it's been fucking pushing us the whole time.
No. The river has been pushing us the whole time. The wind has not been pushing us. So now we want the wind to push us. So if it's coming from behind us, we need to make sure that the sail is against that, so the wind pushes the sail.
Yeah, you just need to make sure the wind. Yeah, the wind's gonna blow into the sail. We go faster.
Right. Make sure, because you'd like to go fast, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Let's do this.
Is there a crow's nest?
There is
It's
not.
a small boat, man.
Do I feel like I could, because I'm really nimble, do I feel like I could climb to the top and just kind of like hold on to the top?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Just flat in.
I'm just looking at it.
Okay, so looking at the mast and knowing your sort of athletic prowess, you would know that you could definitely climb up to the top of that if you tried. However, you would then more than likely need to fix the mast, because it does not look strong enough to hold the weight of a person.
Well, there goes that fucking India. All right, yeah, the fucking wind's coming from this way. Christ alive, and
I'll just start like maneuvering the bottom bar of the mast to make sure it stays in the wind. I'm still excited about it. I have the sail open. That's all I wanted to do. But when he asked me, do I know which direction the wind came from? I did, but I wanted the excuse to climb to the top of the mast. And now that I'm looking at it, and I feel like that's not realistic, there's a little sense of like disappointment in Junior's face for a moment, and then he just goes, yeah, it's coming from this way, and I'll just turn the mast to make sure it's catching, the sail is catching the most of the wind.
Okay, and as we enter the next section of this river voyage, I will need a survival check from the steerer and the mastman. I have
Survival
no idea
check?
of actual nautical terms. Survival.
Mastman is the term I'd like to go with.
Master Blaster.
And then a lookout, assuming you're not just
Yes, I'm still
continuing to
looking.
use Bubo.
Well, yeah, we are used to Boo at the same time, though.
Yes.
I guess
You
since
want
I'm
me to
just
reroll his or
sitting,
keep his?
I'll be looking too.
Do you want me to roll advantage since Bubo is essentially helping me, or do you want?
Yeah. Or I'll go with that 17 that Sora's rolled there.
Okay.
Because their modifier's higher. Okay, yeah, the steering doesn't go as well as possible. It feels like the boat is not keeping that straight a course. You're having to sort of veer left and right. Luckily, from what you can see through Bubo, Bojmir, and what both Fallon and Sora, somehow with really good teamwork at this point, are telling you, you managed to pretty narrowly avoid some sandbanks, some rocks in the road, a couple more trees that have sort of grown in sort of central banks of the river, and the journey goes quite well. And as the sun starts to rise after a couple of hours, each of you are starting to feel extremely tired. You have not slept or rested fully since before you arrived in Ard. And at this point, you each, I think the relief of leaving, the excitement of finally getting to sail has started to die down. The adrenaline of getting the boat out of the cave worn off. You're all now suffering a point of exhaustion because you've effectively done a full day's worth of travel, essentially.
Do I though? Because I was sleeping.
You
I
said you were
slept.
looking out, though.
Yeah, well, I'm just like laying there. Well, I guess, yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, because
like a
because
check?
yeah, because you were sort of
Properly slept in,
actively
like, 2
looking.
nights.
Yeah, is there like a check for exhaustion on the sheet, or
You can add, so if you go into your cogwheel, there should be an exhaustion tracker. I can't remember which section it is. Oh yeah, the top right box, all the way at the bottom. It should say show exhaustion tracking. Just changed it on.
Okay, yeah.
And then on your core,
That's
there should
convenient.
be an exhaustion tracker.
Oh, that is smart. Yeah, I just
And then
made
if
a
you hit-
Oh, yeah, right here.
for it.
The resource works, but it shows you all of the effects that you get for each level of exhaustion.
Yeah,
It's really
okay,
nice.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's really nice.
It is. You're welcome, everybody.
Learn something new every day.
Thanks.
We are at exhaustion 1,
Exhaustion level 1. Yeah.
DEFCON 1.
And so having a full rest will clear that exhaustion. But you would need to, I think you would know, common sense would say you would need to not be sailing while you long rest unless you took it in turns and had no hiccups on your journey. But yeah, as you continue on and the sun starts to rise, you have the floor.
I'm tired.
I'm
My
tired.
head still hurts.
Yes, it's been a long couple days.
What are we doing, guys?
I told you guys we should have pulled over back there, but you wanted to keep going, Junior.
Fuck you. I'm just gonna pet the sail.
You and that
Still
stupid
holding it. I'm
sail.
still standing there and like
Oh.
maneuvering it. But at this point, I also like Junior has the feeling of I've unboxed and played with my new toy for a significant amount of time now, and so while I still enjoy it, I don't really care as much anymore. It doesn't have that same like new exciting energy for him.
That's so cute.
He's just tired at this point.
we still in this big open area, this big open river part?
Yes. While you're looking out, I think as the sun rises and you're sort of looking onto the horizon, Bojmir, through Bupo's eyes, you do see that maybe another hour, 2 hours sailing, if you continue on the same speed, if the wind is good, the river does start to open out in what appears to be a lake.
Quick question. Are there like seats, like benches in this boat?
Yes.
Like, because we could sit in a row, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, we're all tired, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna unwind the sail like from the like not wood thing that it was like tightened to and let the sail down. And then I'm gonna start grabbing planks and just laying them across the benches like a little platform. And then I'm just gonna get to one end and curl up and lay down.
Junior is so cute.
Yeah, feeling a little lay down. We got a nice breeze. The river's kind of carrying us. We're not really going nowhere because I put the sail
yeah.
down.
Is it cold? What is the weather? Is it cold? I didn't even think about that.
It is approaching summertime, so it's not necessarily cold. It would be fairly cool. You'd feel it more as sort of the water splashes you and the breeze hits it. You'd maybe get a slight chill, but you would start to feel the faint warmth of the sun as it rises.
Okay. I was gonna cuddle with Junior because he's so cute, but unless it's cold, I don't think. I'll just
Why don't you take a nap also, you guys, and I will sit here and I will steer what little bit I need to steer, and Fancy Pants can look out, and then we will take turns and we'll rotate. So go ahead and get the little shut eye.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just pass out.
But assuming we're not going very fast at all now, we're just kind of drifting, huh?
Essentially, yeah. So the water itself is still moving, but now that the sail's down, it's snail's pace. You would be probably quicker at this point walking, but you are still slowly moving.
Okay.
You'll still need to steer a little bit, but nothing too crazy, essentially.
We're a pretty good distance from any land masses. Like as far as the shore is like 20-30 feet more.
Yeah, so where the river was faster flowing, it was about 20 foot across. This is more like 60 to 80. So it's plenty of room either side.
Towards the middle. I'm just gonna try to keep us in the middle as long as there's no land masses, rocks, whatever ahead.
Yeah,
keep us centered.
Not a problem. So if I get a final survival check from you for that, and then Thalon, are you doing anything particular while these two are resting?
Just looking out. Bojmir asked me to do it, and I'll do it. I'm going to do what he says. Because he's not Sora.
Okay. Yeah, I think you do a pretty good job of looking out. You point certain things out, various rocks sticking up, big patch of reeds that would sort of get the boat tangled, and you'd have to get out and detangle them. At one point, you spot a slightly large sandbank towards the center of the river. Bojmir's been keeping a pretty good job of keeping you near there, near the center. However, this time I don't know whether or not he just doesn't hear you say look out for the sandbank, or just doesn't quite move away in time, and you hear a loud crunch. The boat lurches slightly as you hit this sandbank. The boat has taken 1 point of damage. There are no leaks as of yet. Sora and Junior at this point, the sudden lurch of the boat, probably loud enough to wake you.
Hey, it's no problem. I'm just parking here for now so we can all rest. It's we're not going to go anywhere on the sandbank. I'm just
okay.
It's safer this way. We can all take a rest right here.
That's a good idea. I'm just gonna immediately fall back to sleep. I probably wasn't all the way awake.
Wait, did you wake me up to tell me that we're stopping?
I didn't wake you up. You woke up on the sound of the crunch.
What?
Go back to sleep, Junior.
Are we sinking?
No. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Hey, Fancy Pants, you can keep your eyes open and sleep at the same time or something like that, right? You can like rest and not rest or something.
No, I just need less sleep.
Okay, all right.
All right. Yes.
How about you just keep your eyes open for a little bit and then swap out with Sora Jr. You need
Sora
less sleep.
will likely need less sleep.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes. So
So
in
since
a
we're kind
few
of stuck
hours.
here in the
Yes.
sandbank. Yeah, so we're stuck here in the sandbank. I'm just gonna go ahead and.
It's fine by me.
All right.
Okay, and we can either carry that 14 perception forward if you're keeping an eye out, Thalon, or if you want to keep a proper lookout, you can roll again for your watch while you rest.
Oh, I'm tired.
Okay. And so you take a little bit of a rest on this sandbank. There's a light breeze in the air. The sun is starting to rise a little further. You can feel the warmth on your skin. Looking around, there isn't really too much here. It's open grassland, a few trees, as I said, dotted here and there. You can see birds flying overhead. You can hear the faint splashing around you of what you think may be fish or perhaps ducks looking for food. A few hours pass and you're undisturbed.
All right, Sora. I'm just gonna nudge her with my elbow. I need sleep.
God. Okay.
And you are good at looking out. So
Oh, am I? I have a skill now.
you have quite a few, and I'm pretty sure I pointed them out in the past. But I'm going to sleep now.
Hopefully forever.
Hopefully.
And
Okay.
Sora, as you start your watch, please roll me a perception check.
11.
Very nice. I think the grogginess of waking up on a boat, it's not the most comfortable of places to sleep. And
Yeah.
maybe the lingering annoyance of dealing with Thalon for far too long. You don't really see too much around you. You don't get the sense of stillness. It's very serene. I think maybe you zone off, but again, a few hours pass and you're undisturbed.
Okay. So is everyone slept?
Yep.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah, it will have been about 8 hours or so. At this point, it is probably approaching early afternoon.
Okay, guys, are we ever ready to get
Yes.
back on the water?
That's good. Get the oar and push us off the sandbank so we can get going downstream. Once we get going a little bit, then we will raise the sails and go.
Sounds good to me.
You hear that, Junior?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stand on the side of the boat. I'm gonna look up as high as I can, and then I'm just gonna squat down and leap and try to grab the rope and just come down with it.
I'll go ahead and say you can do it. You did it previously. It's not dangling too high up that you wouldn't be able to, but yeah, you do so. The sail unfurls, and as you push away from the sandbank, we'll go ahead and take a break.
This music is about
Okay.
to make me fall asleep for real.
Oh, it's
So
so
good.
relaxing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
If the water feature behind me didn't make noise, I'd plug that in and just
Yeah.
play like this.
Get the real immersion going.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that a lot when I work, though. Like, because I don't know, I just get so like I get really stressed out sometimes during the day, and so I've got this little like it was like a feeder actually, like a water thing for my mom's bearded dragon. But then she got something new, and I was like, it makes like the trickling sound, right? It's got like 5 different levels or whatever, so you can hear like the kind of water flowing. So like during the day when I get stressed out, I'll just plug it in and then just start playing like some kind of like Zen music like this, just while I work to just try and keep me chill.
Nice.
So that's exactly how I feel right now. It's really relaxing.
There we go.
Before we die.
Before you die. Dear oh dear. But before then, like I said, I'm going to take a bit of a break. So thank you everyone for watching us so far. We'll be about 5 or so minutes. So stretch your legs, grab a drink, go pee pee, and wash your hands. And we'll be back soon. Bye. Boom. Hello there. We
Hi
are
there.
back.
Hello there.
Hello. There.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the
AS
Skype call testing
ASMR.
service. It's my
ASMR
favorite way of saying
D&D.
the Skype call testing service.
There's that devil.
How did you know my real name?
I know Simba's father was the devil.
What if you accidentally drop that die? Does he just show up?
I mean, if you're thinking really hard about summoning him, maybe.
We always are.
See?
We had a crack in the bottom of the boat. Can you fix that for us?
We're cold. Do you want to cuddle?
He might take you up on that offer. You never know. Oh dear. Oh dear. So we rejoin the party shortly after you have dislodged the boat from the sandbar in the center of the river. What are each of you doing at the moment?
Back on the rudder.
Anything
Yeah.
that means that I don't have to put in any manual labor.
Well, how about...
We had a
Fallon?
long rest, right? Technically.
Yes. Yeah. You've essentially all received the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Fallon,
no more
do you want to
exhaustion.
sit up front and be the lookout, and I'll row behind you? Since I'm
Yes.
so bad at it.
Do you have enough oars?
I think so. We have 3, right?
Yes, that should be fine.
Okay, so if I can take survival checks from our rudderman and mastman. At the moment, there is no real need for rowing. The wind itself is carrying you at a good enough speed, so Sora, you can rest easy, or I would say help Fallon with lookout, but
I don't need
Yeah.
help. She
he
can row.
Oh, I'm not
She said
helping
she
him.
wanted to
eagle
row.
eyes.
I'm not helping him. I'll look out and see things, but I'm not going to tell him, so I don't need to roll.
Sora, there's a branch.
He points to a tree 5 miles away.
Does Fallon have long hair? What is Fallon's hair like?
It's short. It's
Oh,
slicked
lame.
back. Well, it kind
I
of
was
isn't
going to
slicked
say I
back now,
braid
but-
your hair while you're sitting in front of me like in elementary school. But I
She
won't.
just sits behind you and pets your hair.
No, that's not as fun.
I turn around and just cast hold person. The entire trip. I'm just blinded through all of my spell slots.
Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so as you travel down, Bojmir doing a much better job at steering this time. Fallon, you are pretty much adept at surveying the area at this point. I think the rest that you've had has refreshed your eyes.
Slept
your,
like 15 days.
your senses are completely honed in and sharpened. You can see behind you, a long ways away, the faint view of the town of Ard, the wooden buildings, the large fences that they had placed around. Long behind you, you would guess that if you were to travel by foot there now, it may take you probably a day or 2. Perhaps even 3, depending on how quickly you walked. The wind seems to be confusing you this time, Junior. You're not quite catching the right direction, and you're not really going as fast as you could be. I think after a couple of hours, you would all get the sense that maybe the wind's died down, or maybe Junior wasn't so good at sailing after all.
He's just bored at this point. He's kind of like holding it and trying to move it. He can't quite figure it out, so he's just like trying to walk in circles. And when he realizes he gets to a point where it just stops and he can't push it anymore, he just starts pulling it backwards and going until he hits that same point and just kind of going back and forth doing it now because he's bored and it's not as fun as it was when he started. Now it actually feels like work and he has no care for it.
Okay. And after a few hours, it reaches about late afternoon. We'll say 3-4 o'clock-ish. You see the river start widening, and it reaches out into a vast expanse of lake. You can see that there is an island to the distance. You would suspect at the speed you're going, maybe another hour or two away. What are you all doing?
There's an island there, but we're going straight to Moonhaven, right? Not Moonhaven. What's it? The other one. Where's my map? What's it called, everyone? I just woke up from sleep.
I feel like we're all like in character, half asleep the entire time.
Yeah.
Like we're all just like worn out and like God, like we're just on the water together, like
I will move us over quickly to the
decompressing.
world map.
Yes, I can't open my handouts for some reason. It's over to Ashdale. Right. So the plan is we're going to Ashdale and we're acquiring a larger boat so that it can handle the ocean and going straight to Evergreen Hollow. Yes.
Yes, that sounds good. Yes, sounds good.
Yes.
Probably gonna have to hire a crew. We
Yes.
get a larger boat and need people to help out, you know.
Yes.
Or maybe not even hire a crew. Maybe we are the crew.
No,
sure.
I think we hire a crew under false pretenses and get them to work for free. And I mean, then what happens at the end when we don't pay them is what happens at the end when we don't pay them.
Well, I'm sure that there are boats going from Moonhaven to Melrim, stopping up in Ashdale, right? So,
I mean, yeah, we got a huge port in Mayrin. A lot of import happening there.
yes. So it's not unlikely that we can get a job as a crew, but
No, we are going to hire a crew
yeah.
and let them sail for us. And then when we get there and we no longer need the vessel and we trade it for something else, well, what happens with the fucking crew happens with a fucking crew.
Right.
I mean, you get what I'm
Yes.
saying, yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but for that we are going to need new personas. We can't be simple fisher folk anymore.
No, we gotta be something.
We need to be true merchants, which means we can dress finely.
Okay, we
can-
can all speak like Valen.
Yes, we can all speak like me. That's wonderful.
Kipling.
Hello.
So, I mean, given the proximity between like the scale of Evergreen Hollow as a as a civilization, a culture, and its relative proximity to Mayrin, knowing that Mayrin is a large importer of goods,
Yeah.
would I know that Evergreen Hollow like does a lot of like trading? Because here's what I'm thinking. So my idea would be, if we're pretending at this point that we're merchants, I would almost take the approach of, well, we don't have any goods yet because we're buying them in Evergreen Hollow and then we're going to sell them on market in Mayrin. Would that be realistic for me? Like, would I know enough about Evergreen Hollow from like a trading perspective to know that that could be a viable cover?
Yes, from your knowledge of the industry, from your sort of character's background and such, you would know that Evergreen Hollow is a rather large exporter, mainly of wines and magical goods. They don't do too much import, and they don't really tend to trade well with outsiders. They have a sort of ring of specific people, essentially, like an inner circle of people that they trade with, and it is known to be extremely difficult to get any sort of trade deals unless you're almost already trading with them.
Would I know if we already have a trade, or would I already? I guess because I wouldn't have a trade route established with them, but would I know of enough that exists between Evergreen Hollow and Mayrin that I could like take on that persona?
Roll me a... I don't know what sort of check this would be. History or int? It'd be something int based, I would assume.
I mean, history is int based.
Yeah, let's go with history. Let's see what you would know. I think you would know that there is some sort of trade deal with someone in Mayrin. A lot of the sort of higher end bars would have the evergreen made wines. The armories and such would have some level of magical items that they may have procured from there or had taken there to be enchanted in order to sell. I don't think you, especially on a 6, would know specifically who it would be and who to sort of impersonate.
Would I know? But yeah, okay. But would I know any of like the shop names, like someone who makes magical items that they're exporting, or a winery or a meadery? Like, would I know one by name? Because I don't think I actually have to know like who people are to take on a persona. I think at this point, the way in which I would try to approach it would be, we're going to Ashdale, we're trying to get a crew saying that we're going to pick up goods in Evergreen Hollow to bring it to Mayrin. I think if I know like a shop name or two, that might just be enough.
You would know, let me just grab this one. On that one, I will give you that you know that there is a brand of wine known as Evergreen Dew that is exported from Evergreen Hollow.
I rolled to see how good it is.
How good the wine is?
In Thalen's mind, yes.
Yes.
To Thalen's taste buds. Because I assume I would have drunk some of it because I've drank all of the wines.
Yeah.
What am I rolling to see how it tastes?
I don't know. Just flat D20. Higher the better. Above average.
Yes.
I mean, so I think that's our plan as we go. We say we're, gonna pick up some goods from Evergreen Hollow. We're gonna go import it, sell it on market in the Mayrin. Specifically this run, we're gonna pick up some Evergreen Dew. And, maybe as a bonus, if the crew does a good job, we'll, slip them a bottle or two.
Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Why are we in Ashdale to get this crew instead of going from Mayrin to Evergreen Hollow?
Because you want to take the open ocean in a little shithole like this.
Yes, how do we get to Mayrin if we are here? It's on the other side of the fucking continent.
We are gonna go sail around the ocean, around the continent. We're gonna stop in Ashdale to get a large vessel. No. Follow me, Bojmi. Hang on. Follow me. We're going to Ashdale, right? Ashdale, from what we've been told in Odd, has a large fleet of ships, large seaworthy vessels that can handle oceanic travel. So we're gonna go there. We're going to trade up our boat for a larger vessel. We're going to get a crew to help navigate our way to Evergreen Hollow. We're going to say, we're going to stop, pick up some wine. Hey, you take it all to Mayrin for us, and, we'll pay you and slip you a bottle of wine as a bonus. Really, we're just using it as a faster way to get to Evergreen Hollow, so we're not going to march across this goddamn continent, because I sure as fuck wasn't taking a teleportation circle to get to Everdusk.
Yes. And we were in... Right, so... Our route generally is Mayrin to Moonhaven and just through Evergreen Hollow and Ashdale on the way in between, right? We go back and forth. That's what we do. Right? That makes sense. And so we're on our way back to... Which is why we would be over here in Ashdale instead of going straight from Mayrin to Evergreen Hollow and back constantly over and over again. Right? So we have multiple routes on the way, which is why we're here in Ashdale. So we're coming down from Moonhaven. Yes. I like it. Which is why we have you, the Mayrin ambassador, and me, the Moonhaven ambassador. Yes.
I can
Yeah.
be the Evergreen Hollow ambassador.
I like that a lot.
I honestly don't know if we're going to need all of these stories.
No, but it's better to
Or who's
know.
going to be asking us about our details.
It helps to know so that you can get into character, so you know where you're coming from, right?
I'm from Evergreen. Wait, I'm actually from Evergreen Hollow. That's way more believable then. I don't even have to try.
Yes, that's a good point.
So, are we going to utilize new names? Or are we still keep inventing and Cornelius and Larry,
I have
Gary,
to do
Jerry,
that accent
Jurgich?
again.
Yeah, yes. First, I'm with that.
Nobody told
And
you to take that fucking accent. You just came up with that shit on your own.
if news of boat thieves come from down here with our names, then we will have stolen a larger ship by then. So some authorities may be after us. So new
Yes,
names.
but they will be after you two, not us.
That's comforting.
Because you and I were outside, so it's just gonna be those two that are in trouble.
That is a fair point.
Excuse
But
me,
you were with
excuse me,
us.
Excuse me, hold on.
but
Point of order here.
Hans never saw me though, is the thing.
Yes, but the rest of the town would if.
But Hans only saw 2 people. He did not see 4.
Well, we could say too that Thalon he used his magical prowess to we had no control. We had no will of our own.
That is what everybody is to do if any of you get caught.
I think you're forgetting a very important element. We have broken no laws. We have here a contract with the seal of the owner of the vessel. We was given this vessel for a contract. He said it was down near the rivers of Ashdale. We are legally entitled to this vessel for the time being.
Yes, plus the river flows downstream. How does he want us to get back? If there's no wind to go back, we can't go back against the river. We'll just say
bad.
we can't go back.
It is very fair.
We didn't foresee how difficult it would be to get back.
I mean, look, he gave us a fucking boat. We could have the thing destroyed, and that's his fault.
That's
Shouldn't
very
have given us
fair.
the fucking boat.
Well, if you don't keep your eyes on the waters, we might have it destroyed anyway. So keep your eyes open.
And
So
as Bojmir says that,
We die. The Kraken fight begins. Fucking Leviathan just
you each start to hear the splashes of water. It almost sounds like hail upon the lake. Looking about, you can see the surface of the water rippling as what appears to be fish start jumping about you. And I'm going to need each of you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please, as these fish begin to start jumping over and around the boat.
Oh, that's bad when the 2 dexterity-based guys roll low.
Okay, so these small fish, they start jumping about the boat. And as they do so, Fallon, Bojmir, Jr., you don't quite move fast enough, and a few of them hit you. And where you would expect just a small thud or a wet slap from the tail, you feel the sharp point of the tip of a dagger fish hitting you. And Bojmir, you take 3 points of piercing damage. Fallon, you take 1. And Junior, you take 4.
And the fuck you little bastard. The fuck out these fish.
Fallon.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say it.
Well, okay, so you know the difference here. Fish are all
Here
around
we
us.
go.
They're in the water.
It's fine. You don't have to
surrounded
prove
by
yourself
them.
to me, okay,
not-
Fallon?
I'm just explaining the difference
I
between
don't
you
thi-
being faced with a stick that's coming towards you and me being faced with things surrounding us that suddenly jump up in the air out of nowhere, seemingly
Can you explain it in greater detail? I feel like I'm missing some points.
No, it's fine. But we do need a new name for you, though, because I don't think Jerry fits.
Jerry, Larry, Gary, Gurgitch, it won't work?
Well, no, because you were playing a male as well, right? Well, you can
Debatable.
continue to be Jerry, Larry, Gary, Gurgitch if you're in Evergreen Hollow, if you want.
What's a name that's fitting for me that isn't my name?
I don't think that I personally should answer that question.
What do you think,
Aria.
Fallon? Aria's pretty.
Aria's
Aria's a
nice.
good name.
What do you think, Fallon?
I think it's a good name.
Bitch face McGee.
I think that Aria works just well.
Cunty McCunter dumpling face.
I've said nothing.
Okay, Aria. What do I sell? What kind of merchant? Or are we all kind of we all sell and buy the same things, or is it just anything we can?
That's a good point. You're from Evergreen Hollow. Did you say that we're going to Evergreen Hollow for the wine? Yes, Junior.
Yeah. There's a wine there called Evergreen Dew.
Yes. So you would likely be the wine purveyor.
Okay, I'm a wine aficionado.
Yes.
Perfect.
And we're just your hired help.
I know
Yes.
nothing about wine, but neither do people who say they know a lot about wine, so I think I'm pretty good.
Well, should we maybe make Thalen the wine aficionado then?
Oh, that is perfect. He speaks out of his ass like nobody I've ever met, and that's
I have a good
compliment.
idea. How about the two of you are married? You're a husband and wife.
Oh, and there's a plot for me to kill him and get like insurance money? Or
I don't know if
Hey, sure,
merchants have
okay.
insurance. Do
it's
they?
unfortunate.
It would be rather unfortunate. Yes.
It could be a wine selling duo couple.
Yes, you
You are
are.
a power couple, and Junior is your son, and I am your escort.
That's adorable. But if Junior's gonna speak the way that Junior speaks, I
don't know if it's quite believable. Also, the fact that he has, what is it that you call it, Junior? The thing that fires very loudly.
it's a bun.
A bun? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a bun. That's a food.
A burp?
I mean, I could not use my,
Well, you seem to like to use it whenever you can.
well, that's true, but if you feel that it's going to be an issue, then I won't. Also, please explain how a 47-year-old man with a beard and a gruff voice is going to be your son.
Well, you see, I have this razor.
but you are master of disguise, though.
That is true.
I feel that you could do
Well, I guess that's true.
it. See, there you go. You sound just like a kid.
It's perfect.
I'm gonna walk up to Sora and grab her hand and look. Mommy, I'd really like to pull
No,
the
you have to
sail
do-
now.
You have to do kind of an accent like what Talon sounds like.
Yes, you're my son.
Oh, so I need to sound a bit more like this.
Well done,
Mommy
son.
dear.
Yes, it's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
And
Thank you
Boschmer's
so
up.
much, Mommy.
Bodyguard, yes?
No, not the
Perfect.
bodyguard. I am just I'm the nanny.
Escort.
I am
You're the
man nanny.
babysitter.
I am a
He's
manny.
the babysitter.
Oh, so
Oh.
you should maybe sound a little bit more like your nanny, since we're always traveling.
I
We
do not
don't
do
often-
voices. I don't do voices.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
do,
not you.
I do names. I am still Boschmer or Figmin. Either one. I will take Figmin because it is still okay. But I'm not going to do anything else fancier.
But I mean, Junior should maybe take on a little bit of your accent, since
Oh.
he maybe would have even been raised by you more if we are constantly on the sea.
Yes, if we're traveling merchants,
Yes.
then that would make sense.
Okay, you're already asking me to be a child, which means I'm going to have to shave my face. I have to adopt an accent like my father, and now you want me to sound like this is going on way too far? This is what I'm doing.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
you
go.
will. You
Father
have-
like
you-
son. Now, Mommy, can I
don't wish to
please
do
have
3
one
accents
gold
at once.
coin? If I have a gold coin, that man right there says he'll throw an apple at that hobo's face, and it will be quite fun to watch. Daddy says it's
Fallon.
good fun to pick
It's
on the
very
poor.
fun.
I'm sorry. Wait, what was your name, Fallon? Your new name,
Oh, are we not keeping Cornelius and Benton? And Figment?
Cornelius.
Yes, I'm Cornelius.
Okay.
I believe, yes.
You're taking on too much of your father's attitude. Sweet
But
child
Daddy
of
says
mine.
it's great fun to
It's very
throw
fun.
things at the pole.
Do
Isn't
I
that
have to
right,
be an
Daddy? Isn't that what
asshole?
you
I have to be
said?
an asshole, don't I? Oh,
Yes,
boy.
you do, I'm afraid. Well, you know, it's quite
You know
fun.
what? I thought you were going to say it wasn't that far off.
You gotta be tough, you know.
Well, you're a bitch. I'm an asshole.
It would make sense. They were a
That's a
couple.
little too far there, Alan.
No, it's
You
fine. We're-
disagree.
We're married. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes,
If
exactly.
you're a bitch and he's an asshole, then you're meant to be together.
And have a child named Venton.
Have a child.
Well, I guess if we're going with the dynamic that Fallon is the aficionado of wines, then I guess perhaps this works.
Should I do? I feel like if I talk like this, I sound a little bit poor.
You do a little bit, and I don't think I would marry
I
a poor.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't marry a poorie, okay?
No.
So I should speak something more like this.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, that's something that you'd hear in Moonhaven. Yes, you've really got there's disgust in your voice.
The
Exactly.
poor.
You make a lot of just noises. Ugh. Ugh.
Wait, so let me ask, we're from Moonhaven, but we're going from Ashdale to Evergreen Hollow to transport wine to Marin.
Listen, I don't
Are we
think we
saying we
need
can't just...
to have this detailed of a story. I don't foresee that we're going to have to answer many questions.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sora, but
Look how we are all
Jerry
dressed. We are dressed like beggars in the first place. There is no way anybody
well, I'm
would
not,
believe
and
that you
Junior's
guys-
not. And
Fuck
if
you,
you'll allow me to
you.
open my bag here,
Just like a beggar.
You
That's
guys
like
are
my bag.
filthy. Junior's clothes don't even look like they fit him anymore after falling into cold water. Alan's got mud all over him. I can smell it. It smells like pig shit and mud combined.
Maybe we find like a nice place to stay that has a bath for the night before we go try to be presentable.
we can
I'm gonna
wash our
take my
clothes in
cloak off. Sorry, go ahead.
Say?
Neil.
No, I was going to say we can wash our clothes in the river, or we're wearing cloaks. And in my bag, I have 2 costumes: a poor one and a regal one. And Bojmir, I think it would fit you better than Sora. The regal one.
I'm gonna take my cloak off. I'm now wearing like my my more formal kind of suit jacket. I'm gonna look right at Bojmir, look up at him.
Tell me, motherfucker, that I look fucking poor and disgusting. Oh, wait,
Oh,
that's
dear.
right. You don't know what I look like.
I'm gonna
which
bend over and
means
say, "You smell poor and disgusting."
you smell like a fuck.
I don't know what that smells like, but I know it does not smell like rotten fish, which is what you all smell like right
Well,
now: fish and pig shit. So
depending
before
on
we
the
go
fuck, I
being
think.
fancy pantses, we need to find a place, like Sora said, to bathe and maybe get some clothes.
I mean, I'm all for shopping and bathing. Both of that sounds fantastic. I'm just saying, have some motherfucking respect.
So
I'm gonna turn and walk towards the front of the boat.
Hey, fancy pants, keep your boy in check before I smack him.
You're the babysitter.
I think the
Smack
nanny
him.
can hit the kid. Yeah, I think that's fine.
That's how we raise our children.
Yeah, we just let the nanny raise them, and then we show them off if they do good things, and if they do bad things, we don't mention it.
Blame the nanny.
Blame the nanny.
for it.
You just can't get the help these days.
No. I think this sounds like a good idea. Shopping?
Shopping.
Honestly, I don't look bad. Okay, Fallon. But I don't look regal. I don't look fancy, you know.
Yes.
Do you have a black eye from that tree right now?
Do I have a black eye from the tree?
You will have, however, you received the healing touch of Fallon almost immediately. I think the skin around it may be reddened, not so much bruised. It has also been a fair few hours since.
Yeah.
I got a bit of makeup I can apply if you feel like you got any
I know how to
markings.
I know how to use makeup.
Oh,
Not
indeed.
saying you don't. I was just saying I could help you out.
I mean, it would
I don't do
be
it.
nice if
Believe
you
it
would
or not, I
wear
can't do
some.
'em.
Hide some of the, face.
You realize we're over water right now.
I can put makeup on Thalen if you want me to. Are you gonna put something on to cover up your bad fucking attitude?
No, it helps, as we just discussed.
It helps
Supposedness.
when you're trying to act like an asshole, but
It does,
you're,
yes.
you're just acting like an asshole all the time. I get it. That's dedication. I think they
Yes.
call that method acting. That's pretty developed.
Yes.
You've been acting like this since we met you, preparing for this role of a lifetime.
That's not quite true, is it?
Well,
You did
believe-
lie from the start.
I did lie from the start.
you're
You don't
still
know if
kind
I
of
even
an
am
asshole,
Thalen.
though. I hope not. I hope at some point we learn that you're a normal, nice, kind guy who's
I
not an
could be.
arrogant piece of
Yes.
shit.
Yes, I
I'm
could
holding
be.
out hope for that.
Yes. Do you have money to buy clothes?
No, can I borrow some, husband?
Yes. As far as I know, you grew up in a forest. I don't know if you have money there.
I'd rather spend yours.
That's fine.
But I do have money, if you're wondering.
Enough to buy some clothes?
I don't know. I don't buy.
Okay, we'll
Clothes
see when
like
it gets
that.
to it.
Hey, Thalen, just a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you asking the woman from Evergreen Hollow if she has enough money to buy clothing that is sold in Evergreen Hollow?
Yes.
Okay, just clearing that up.
We were buying clothing in Ashdale.
We're going to be buying clothing in Ashdale.
Can we just go shopping already? I'm sick of hearing you
Are
speak.
we in Ashdale yet?
No, we are not yet.
The
We're still in the waters.
That was like 3 days, right, of just fish rain?
Fish rain.
Daggery fish rain. We've just
Yeah.
been skipping around it.
I'll say this conversation continues over the course of a few hours. The sun pretty low in the sky. I'd say dusk would be about 2-3 hours from now. And as things start to go quiet, the air starts to chill. Junior, roll me an Arcana check. You feel the familiar sensation of someone trying to reach out to you mentally. Do you accept?
Can I attempt to block this?
Yes.
I
you can.
essentially want to do like the Harry Potter occlumency, not letting Voldemort into my mind. I'm not saying that my lover is Voldemort, but I'm just kidding. She's not actually my lover. God, gotta ruin everything, Kipling.
Fucking
You know,
Kipling, man.
I do just want to block. No, I don't want her to connect into my thoughts. That's
Okay.
who I'm assuming it is, anyways.
That is fine. On that 19, you are able to.
Okay.
And at this point as well, we are sort of approaching the relative center of the lake. You are equidistant from the exit of the slower moving part of the river, and you can see where the lake sort of narrows at one end, splits off into two separate bodies of water. The island is pretty close to you, passing on the right-hand side as Hans had described to you. And as it starts going dark,
Wait a minute, wait. The island is on the right-hand side or left-hand side?
it's on the right-hand side.
I thought we needed to pass it on the right.
No, you had to keep it on your right as you were passing it.
Oh, okay.
Still under the premise of we're getting to his little hidden fishing hole where the green monster is, right? Can we just
Yes.
look at our map and know where we're at and just make our clearest path towards Ashdale?
Yes, essentially.
Okay.
I think it was
And
just on the way, right? It is still the clearest path. It's on the way.
Okay.
As far as I know.
I didn't know if there was a difference or not in terms of like where we were going from where Hans wanted us to go versus where we're actually going, which is Ashdale.
no, the body of water that Hans had described his encounter to be in is essentially, you would assume, where the lake sort of splits back into a river ahead of you. As you're sort of going past this, I've lost my train of thought. This island, Fallon and Ojmer, you both get an uneasy feeling. After a moment, it
Our hand?
passes. I would say yes. Not so much a burning as you felt
And-
previously, but
But I recognize that that's what this feeling is.
yeah, you felt it a few times. I think I would say at this
Okay.
point you would know.
Are you getting that, Fancy Pants? You feeling that something's not quite right again?
Yes.
The question is now: is something going to happen? Should we pull the boat over or stay in the water? I mean, because if they can attack us in the water, then we could lose the boat. But if they cannot, then we can get away without having to deal with these
That's
things.
a very good point. We should possibly just rest anyway. On land.
So
would be
pull over?
preferable. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So we're gonna look for a safe spot
Safe
to
spot to park
pull
up.
the boat up to. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and whoever's sort of looking out for this spot, go ahead and roll a perception or investigation.
Ooh.
Thalen goes blind.
Eyes just fall out of his head.
It's burning.
Haha, you see what that feels like now, Fancy Pants? Like, you know what it is.
There it is.
You like that, eh? It hurts.
Where's my owl? We don't get an owl.
You don't just get an owl, Fallon.
You have to sell your soul first to a guy named Figment.
Yeah.
Where's the dice?
In return.
Give me the dice.
You're seeing eye devil.
Oh my.
Fucking Christ. Here, you can have my soul. Just be my sight. No, I don't want my sight back. I just want you to see for me.
It's a bad deal.
Actually,
Believe
less.
me, you don't want it. Believe me, it's a bad deal.
Less work for me. I don't have to do anything now.
I could so see Thalen like making the devil.
His butler.
Yeah.
Seeing eye
being
devil.
like, okay, sir.
Fuck.
Oh dear. As you look over towards the shores of the lake, Sora, you would spot it immediately. There is a rather inviting looking beach area to
There
one
is a rather
side.
inviting looking beach area to one side.
It's a weird way of saying that.
However, you do see on the grassland slightly further some dark, shadowy figures. They just appear to be roaming aimlessly. A few dotted here, a few dotted there, some on the banks, some further out in the field.
Are they human shaped, humanoid-ish, or
Humanoid-ish. I'd say on that 22, you would recognize them to be more undead in nature, but the twitchy way they move definitely sets off alarm bells.
Fucking Christ. Guys.
What is wrong?
And I'll just point them out to them.
Is this
You
on
won't see
the
the fucking
island
Nightspawn.
side, or is this the other side? Is this the island, or is this the other?
Looking around, they are pretty much on both.
We're surrounded by these fuckers.
Is the beach large enough that I feel like we could set up camp there without like interacting with them, or are they like 5 feet away from the beach?
You could land, set up camp. You would be at risk of them discovering you. You know that they can see. If you were to light a campfire, you would risk them approaching. There is room to land without encountering any immediately, but you would have to be. You would know, sort of going by where they are roughly. You would have to be on guard all night.
I mean, can we just stay in the boat and not get off and deal with these fucks?
Well, here's the question: do we keep on going down the river then, or still pull over?
I would like to sleep. I want to. It's been
Well, we can have
beautiful
two of us sail, right? If the sail's kind of moving us along, we can. I mean, how do we make the sail go slow if we wanted to go slower, Bojman?
You take less of the sail. You pull some of the sail up.
Okay, so we just have like a half a sail or something, and we just go a bit slowly. One of us can just kind of steer or whatever, while others get some rest. And that way we don't gotta stop and deal with these fucks.
I thought we were gonna have a nice, relaxing night. I just flip off them, even though they can't see me. I'm just like, fuck you guys.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do this. Fancy Pants, you got the first watch up front.
Yes.
All right, and we'll give me the rope, Junior. Give me the rope. I will do both at the same time. I will, because if Hans can do this, I can do this. It's no problem. So I grab the rope and I'm kind of pulling on the sail and using the rudder. Kind of slowly navigate us downstream a little bit more.
And you do so as you're going along. From the initial look as well, you would see that there isn't any near the water. There isn't any in the water. And as night falls and you continue to sail, I will take a final survival check from you, Bojmir, as you
Can I use my inspiration?
can indeed.
Just to make
As you
sure.
try to steer well away from any danger.
Good call.
There
Thank
it
God.
is.
And you do so. Who is taking watch or first
Me.
watch? You can roll
That
me
would be
a
me.
perception.
Yes, let's see. Can I get it? That's a good one. I'll take it.
Very nice. So yeah, you as a team do an incredibly good job of keeping an eye on not only your surroundings, the river itself, the figures roaming around in the distance. And 3 or 4 hours pass and you are undisturbed.
Do we still see them on the shore?
You still see them on the shore.
So they're like all over the fucking place, huh?
Yeah. There's no sort of high concentration. I mean, as you fought them before, there's sort of groups here and there. It's not as if there's hordes and hordes of them.
Right,
You'd
right.
see-
But before we'd see like 6 of them and that's it. But we're going for a couple hours and we're seeing groups of like 6 every so
Yeah,
so
sort of
often. There's
every-
a lot of these fucking things.
every sort of 10-15 minutes or so, you'd see a separate group sort of pop up somewhere in the distance. Some would be closer, some further.
If we were to let the sail down, or not let it down, pull it all the way up and close it, how much are we moving? Is there a good current or is there like no current?
At this point, you will have, I'll say you will have left the lake, so the water's no longer still. I would say at no sail, you'd be probably traveling about as fast as you were on the slower waters previously.
Okay, so like a little bit faster than walking.
I'd say so. Yeah.
A brisk pace.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been a couple hours now. I guess we'll. Hey, do you want to wake up Sora and Junior and have them take over?
Yes. I'm quite tired. Just elbow Sora. And gently wake up Junior. It's your watch now. They haven't tried to come for us or anything.
Junior, you got your glasses on?
Yeah.
All right, come here. I'll show you how to operate this.
You should show
Over here,
both of us, yeah.
All right. Well, I figured she'll be up front because she's got better eyes. You know, she doesn't need the glasses to see.
All right. Well, that's
So I figured
show me.
with her vision, she might be a better lookout. You know.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So you come over here if you want to. If you want to go to the right over there. All right. If you want to go that way, then you're gonna pull it to the left. If you want to go to the left, you're gonna push it over to the right. All right.
No, right. So if I want to go to the right, I push it to the left.
Here, get on this. Get on this.
I push it to the right.
Yes. Give it a shot.
Right. Okay.
Right. Here.
Yep.
Hey, now pull it towards you.
Okay.
You see that? All right. Now push it the other way. All right. You got it. Basically, you want to keep us right in the middle. All right. If she says there's a rock, not back and forth, Just come on, man. You see me do this for the last 2 days. You get this, right?
I was just trying to get Thalen to throw it.
So, well, he's about to sleep anyway. So if she says there's a rock in front of you, you just gotta say, should I go left or right? And then you go left or right, all right?
Right. All right. I can do that. Hey,
All right. I'm going to sleep.
Say right. Say right.
Right. Okay.
And they both
You're a master.
veers to one side.
Now get it back to the middle. Don't.
Okay.
All right, I'm going
Go
to
to the
sleep.
left for a minute, and then I'll
Okay.
recenter
Good
us.
night.
If you need me, wake me up. Do not try to handle it yourself. If you can't figure something out, then you can wake me back up.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. We got it. I mean, you don't see anything out there right now, do you?
It's a perception
Can I
and
use my inspiration to just
have
take that advantage?
24. Yeah, you can indeed.
Okay.
And for your steering, Junior, if you want to roll me a survival, see how well you do it, following Sora's instructions. Very, very nice. So again, you continue to travel onwards. Again, you can see these sort of groups popping up here and there. As you're traveling, the sounds of the river around you sort of overtake the sounds of the ambient wildlife, and it grows pretty quiet at one point. Almost too quiet.
I feel like for a moment I would kind of just take advantage of the quiet where there's nothing going on. I sent you a Zoom message, by the way. But so, like, while it's kind of quiet and we would just kind of be sitting, Sora's not really saying right or left, it kind of looks clear. Junior would take his notebook out of his bag and just begin to kind of write. Hey there. I was thinking about you today. There's this girl I'm traveling with. Her name is Sora. Reminds me of you a little bit. Maybe when you'd grow up.
kind of strong and tough. A little bit of an attitude. It's kind of like you, kid. So, hey, I met this lady, and well, she tells me if I help do this thing, I just gotta find something for her. You know, people ask me that all the time, if I could find them something and get them something, but this lady says if I could help do something for her, that she's gonna... said she could help us out. That, you know, I wouldn't have to travel no more and kind of be around a lot no more. We could be together. She'd move us into a castle. She said she'd let you be a real princess with your own room and your own chair in the court. And you'd like that. But for now, I just gotta, you know, kind of keep moving around. You know, I met some nice people so far, but we're gonna go to Ashdale and get a big ship. You'd like it. Get to run around the deck and pull on the rope and turn the wheel. Been thinking about you a lot as we've been going, and I hope your aunt is doing a good job taking care of you. I miss you, Aria. I'm sorry that things have worked out the way that they have, but like I told you before I left, I'll make things right for us. I promise. But I love you. And I'll see you soon.
And it's as you finish writing this note that the calm of your journey is interrupted by a sudden loud splash behind the boat.
The fuck? Hey, up.
Quickly closing my book and putting it in my pack.
What? What's going on?
It's a fucking massive splash.
Was that not you? I thought you threw something.
No, I've just been sitting. Would you fall asleep on watch?
No, I just heard. I'm not looking at you. My job isn't to look at you.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was, but Bojmir, is that common? Like, I didn't fucking touch it, I swear. Zora just said go straight, and I was going straight. I didn't even touch it.
No, it's not coming at all. I don't know what is going on, but keep your eyes open.
I mean, I'm gonna turn around and like just look at the water.
And that is where we end this session.
Love that word. Oh, you put her picture. I love
Bree's
that
camera stuck.
It's perfect. It's so good.
Yeah. It's stuck there.
Uh-huh. Is she here? Right, are you
yeah.
still here? Because I know that you're...
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
We can hear you. Your camera just isn't moving.
Your camera just wasn't moving though.
Completely crashed for me, so if I cut out, that's why.
No, it was perfect.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Hello, Alexa.
Dare.
What the heck?
Dare, oh dare. I'll pop that back on the screen. So, that is everything for today's session. How you feeling, folks?
Bree looks like she's feeling great.
She's feeling so good.
That tree branch to the face.
She's paying so much attention to the water.
Ah,
Man.
dear, oh dear. So, what is in the water? Find out next week. Let's start off
A red
with
snapper.
Ooh,
our
I guess we
heartfelt.
don't know how big they are.
Could be a red father. I nearly said
It's a
that.
red father.
A red snapper.
Favorite holiday
Devil.
character.
It's our red
Devil.
The
father.
red father.
Oh dear. No, as I was going to say, let's start off. Oh, there goes
It's
the
gone.
cameras. Oh dear.
Oh my.
Oh,
Hello.
I think her entire computer crashed. Right.
Oh, I gotta join from my phone and see.
This will be fun. Yeah, let's start off with the emotional father, Junior. We get a
Hi,
round
my
of
name's-
applause. Sorry to interrupt. We get a round of applause for that performance at the end there as well. That
There's no applause needed.
good, dude.
No, because I just enjoyed that kind of moment because I had suggested the name Arya to Sora, and I kind of just wanted to give that view really to the audience, just to show like why that actually, like why Junior actually did that. Now they they were already aware that he had a daughter. He had kind of made that arrangement with the princess anyways. I don't even remember what her name is now. But had made that arrangement for his daughter to begin with. But wanted to give some more rationale as to why he had suggested the name Arya, and sort of what had really prompted a lot of his decisions kind of this session in terms of his spirit for kind of like fun and adventure and just being as lighthearted as possible. But hi, I'm Phil's Gaming. I played Junior
Valetti.
For you today. You can follow me on Twitter at Phils_gaming, where I play here.
I'll just go over here.
All
Why
right.
Streamlabs? Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties.
Can they hear us?
Can you hear us now?
You can't. You can apologize all you like, but if they can't hear the apology, it's meaningless. Unless they can all hear
Zardrax-
you.
Yeah,
They can hear
Zardrax
us,
can't hear, but
okay.
he can read and write, so
He can write and read.
he can.
Hold on.
Zardrax,
Talon.
not Bojmir.
Yeah.
He can read Braille. Does Braille exist?
In real life,
form of it.
yes.
Does Braille exist? Yeah. Is it a fantasy thing, Braille?
Oh god. All right, so I don't know where we were at, Kipling.
We were halfway through your intro, I think.
Okay, anyway, hi, I'm Phil's Gaming. I played
Junior Valetti.
for you today. You can follow me on Twitter at Phils_gaming. Take it away, Noodle.
I'll do it myself this time. Because last time
Good.
Phil did it for me, even though I didn't ask him to. He just
It was
stole
very
it from
good.
me. So you can follow me on Twitter
There we go.
at Leith Brownlee. Can they hear us,
They
Kipling?
can hear us this time. I do
Good.
have the It's Streamlabs. They just decide, yeah, let's make a new scene that has no audio outputs for no reason whatsoever. So I tried to put us all on the screen so they can see us all, and it broke everything. But you're okay now.
Okay. Well, follow me on Twitter, where I post when I release something on Drive-Thru RPG, such as Call of Cthulhu scenarios, or Fallen Stars, which is my own TTRPG rule set. If you want news, I'll be posting news at some point. Who knows, man?
In the meantime, go and buy a copy of Fallen Stars.
You can buy it. I'd show my copy, but it's over there. Instead, I just have Rime of the Frost
And what
Maiden.
do they get inside of the Fallen Stars?
You get a copy
Beautiful
of
artwork.
Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden.
You
You
don't
do not
get a
get
copy
that
of
when you
Icewind
buy a
Dale.
copy of Fallen
Okay.
Stars.
Okay. I thought you did. I'll be talking
No.
to them about that.
You do get beautiful art.
You do. By Anna the Newt. At Anna the Newt on Twitter. She's great. And the front cover art is by well_Dipper on Twitter, who is also amazing. They're fantastic. Both of them are great. So follow them instead.
Follow them as well.
Sardrax.
Yes, that is me.
You should also follow him. Where?
TV/Zardrax. I am playing the WoW pre-patch currently, and a little Phrasmorphria, and Among Us, and that's about it. Those are the three main things.
Well, pre-prep was the most important one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the pre-patch is the most important one.
it's pretty pratchy.
Yeah.
It's pretty pratchy.
When you're not watching me, you should definitely check out this guy, Kipling.
You should not check out this guy, Kipling, because he's rubbish and doesn't know how to stream, apparently. But, you know, if that's what you're into, you can find me here Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays at now 8 p.m. UK. I have no idea what time that is in Eastern because I'm
3
not...
p.m.
Thank you. 3 p.m. Eastern. Where I'm currently playing far too much Genshin Impact because it's a great game and I'm a massive weeaboo, so I'm definitely not biased. But, you know, that's that. Most importantly, you should tune in next week here at 11 p.m. UK, 6 p.m. Eastern for the next episode of Nightsphear, where we will find out what is lurking in the water below our party.
And speaking of 6 p.m. Eastern, that's when Brutal Brian streams every day apart from weekends and Thursdays, because Thursdays she's here at 6 p.m. Eastern, and weekends, fuck you.
And
You
what
can
kind of
follow her.
content does she stream? At 6
streams
p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. Eastern, she streams games such as she never finished Heavy Rain, so maybe she'll finish it, but I don't think she will, because I think she moved on to other game.
Like Alien Isolation.
She's playing
with...
horror games this month. She has spooky alerts and such. She's playing Alien Isolation. You can spook her with alerts and such. What
And
more do you
it's-
want?
And it's very, very, very fun.
It's very fun. She's amazingly funny.
You're going too far at
She
this point.
did finish Heavy Rain. I just thought that she didn't because I didn't see the end. And I don't think that she's the kind of person that finishes games.
Well, hopefully she'll finish this game. You'll have to tune in to find
she's
out.
gone. She's
That's
Didn't-
fair.
She
That
didn't
is
finish
fair.
this game, Kipling.
Well, I mean, the game's not over, just the session. But
She didn't finish.
you know. Hopefully
Follow
she'll
her.
finish the overall overarching game. We're gonna go
Twitch.tv's
now.
Less Brutal Bride
Yeah,
on Twitch.
on Twitch and
Twitch.
Twitter. And,
Wherever you want.
and yeah,
TikTok.
anywhere. But it's always twitch.tv/Brutal Bra. You have to type the whole thing in at the end
Yeah.
of the social media.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it won't work.
that's how it works.
Well, this episode was a write-off.
Excuse
I'm
me.
kidding.
I had the time
How
of my
dare you.
life. I got to sail. I got to open the sail. I got to
Close
move
the sail.
rudder and make the ship move. I wrote a letter to my daughter.
You found your parents.
And you found your parents.
I found my parents, Thalen and Sora. I'm pretty sure that we learned in this episode that Thalen and Sora are in love, and eventually they're gonna get it on.
No, I think we
Really
learned
weird
that
when
Sora can't see
Bojmir and I are
sticks.
there, but you know, we'll just have to, we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it, Bojmir. At least you won't have to have a visual,
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you all for the love and the support. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but it's 2020. There are worse things happening. And hopefully today's antics helped to take your mind off those a bit. Join us next week for more. We love you all very, very much, and we will see you very, very soon. Bye.